touch this.
I think most people will know MC Hammer from the 1980s, the late 1980s, when he sung a song called You Can't Touch This and did the kind of dance that moved like that.
Touch this. Fresh new kicks and bands. You got it like that. Now you know you want to dance. So move out of your seat and get a vibe.
And if you have been watching my channel, you have seen Brendan, I've forgotten his last name, with a piano player, a boogie-woogie piano player, who had a confrontation with people who were working for a Chinese state media television channel. And one of them decided to shout at him saying, "Don't touch her."
Why you're touching her? Stop touching her! Don't touch her, please. Do not touch her. Please, you are not the same age. Please do not touch her. Don't touch her. Please don't touch her. Please.
So I thought it would be a little bit fun to mix the two together. Now, this is not the perfect mash, but I thought it was quite witty with MC Hammer with You Can't Touch Her, but we renamed the song from MC and he said, Can't Touch This, and we named it into You Can't Touch Her, Don't Touch Her, for example. And this is a 30-second mash.
Yo, I told you.
Stop touching her!
Why you standing there, man?
Stop touching her!
You can't touch this.
So just making a little bit of fun over a international crisis. But some of my comments that I have had are related to this situation in St. Pancras in London do come from, you could say, Chinese nationalists, people who love the CCP. One is from Jazz I522 with 41 subscribers. You should shut it. Well, thank you very much. And what else do I have? I got one more here. There's quite a few, but I just wanted to show you two of them just to show the response from the other side. Yeah. Every story has two sides. Maybe people will agree, people who won't agree, people who think they are obliged to say something. You could say, basically like me, I'm going with Brendan. Some people will disagree with me. That's okay. It's a democracy. And you have the freedom of speech with it. So there can be. So one is another one from Jackson Wong 90. UBS, biased double standard hypocrisy. One country, two systems. None of your business. Stop interfering with China international affairs. Well, we've seen in Hong Kong one country, two system doesn't really work. And if we do the history of this, Mr. or Mrs. Jackson, then we know in 1984 in Hong Kong, it was agreed by the General Secretary of China and the Prime Minister of England that one country, two systems for 50 years, Hong Kong will not be touched. But your lovely leader, Xi Jinping, lovely is English sarcasm for being awful, and basically just not agreeing with the actual policy that was signed in 1984. Just don't care. The South China Sea Islands, the international court says, no, you can't. China says, don't care. And China does get away with this because you can see they get away with it because they don't care and they still continue to do something. Then the international community does nothing about it. Then they start to do all these weird claims that the South China Sea all that area belongs to China because of history. You have to be updated with this. And the South China Sea belongs to Vietnam, it belongs to Brunei, it belongs to Malaysia, it belongs to the Philippines, and you would even say it belongs to the country of Taiwan. So this is me speaking with freedom. In China, like in many countries, like Thailand, for example, you can't say anything bad about the political party. You'll be put in prison. You'll be put in the nick. In Thailand, you can't say anything bad against the royal family. It will be done the same. In some places, it's illegal. So you don't exactly have the freedom of speech in that scenario. In the United States, if you think Joe Biden is a useless president, you can say it openly. That is freedom of speech related to it. And that, you would say, in some aspects, is a democracy, that you allow to point your point of view. I believe in that, but there's no need to shout, swear, use foul words, for example, related to it. But that's how I was brought up. And I have been in Southeast Asia. I've been living in Asia, yes, in China. It was great fun in 94 and 95. It was developing. There were restrictions. I did buy the Lonely Planet book, which I did explain before. And basically it says, don't say anything. Don't talk to Chinese people about Mao. Don't have a Chinese girlfriend, or if you do, don't show that you are girlfriend, because you will be deported. And I did have a friend in Chongqing in 1994 who did get deported because he had a Chinese girlfriend. And possibly, which made it worse, is that this guy was an African American. Now, something a little bit sensitive here, and let's say your daughter in China went to Africa, came back and said, Mum and Dad, this is my boyfriend, I really love him, I want to marry him, but he's colored. Yeah? They will just go, oh my God, no, 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 no. Why? Because of face value, and they would think of their neighbors. Now, this is the strange thing, and this is how different countries are. My eldest auntie, she did go to Africa in the late 1950s, early 1960s. She did marry a African guy, a colored guy, a black guy. And my grandfather, very traditional, accepted it. Fine, if you love him, that's fine. Unfortunately, he died. And then my auntie actually married another African guy. He died. And then she married a white guy. His name was Jack. I can't remember her other two husbands. He was Scottish. He's a Caucasian guy. So their family is free. Can I say half caste nowadays? I don't know. But it's accepted. More so. China is a little bit old-fashioned. So when they say the R word to someone who's very open-minded, very kind, very just a good English gentleman, but go and look at your own country, and would you allow your daughter to marry someone from Africa? It would sort of be, and that they would say mostly is no, because of the color of that person from Africa. Now, is that the R word? I would say yes. So before you accuse people of being the R word, I think you know what I mean with that, is look at your own country and look at China. So for the haters of this channel, welcome to the channel. And if you are going to reply, please do it with constructive criticism, not you should shut it, or I am your BS. Now, occasionally I do that, but this is my channel, this is what I created, and this is the freedom of speech which I'm doing. When I see something so innocent, a guy playing the piano in St Pancras in London, King's Cross in Pancras, entertaining people who are going by, making money and doing really well on YouTube with 2 million subscribers, just by filming the the boogie woogie. And then some people say, you stop playing because we're doing a film. We have a disclaimer or disclosure, whatever it is, the yellow piece of paper that they had. But this is from the film company. It's not from King's Cross St Pancras. It's not from the management. And as I said before, if they wanted to film there in a public space, they should inform to say, we want this, so they can cordon off the area with that. But they should accept that in England, the United Kingdom, in a public place, people can video you, even though it's sort of like a surprise for New Year, then you have to do it when there's less people there. And they were very happy to film other people, but they weren't happy to be filmed. One country, two systems. God bless to all. Like, subscribe, and if you want to donate the fund to my kitty cats, that's Tokyo and Pickle, the super thanks is in a link in the description below. Have a awesome day. Be good, be well, be happy, be safe, and live the freedom of speech. It makes us human. Don't live in an area where you can't and you just get frustrated unless you're happy and unless you like that. And everyone is an individual, so it's your choice. Unfortunately, some people don't have any choice. This is the country you're born in, and you can't move from that. Yeah, I've been very lucky. I left the UK when I was 20 years old, near enough, 20 years old after I graduated from university. And some people can't. And you do have to respect the laws of the land. Now, in China, I would say a lot of people are happy. I don't believe it's the happiest country in the world. I do have many friends in Shanghai and Hong Kong, and we would speak on Telegram, which is a encrypted network, so we can actually be very open. I've had doctors from Beijing during the COVID crisis telling me what it's really like, or when there is a parade in Beijing related to all the army and things, but they're not allowed on the roof because they may get with a sniper because they may think it's a spy or whatever like that. This is China, and this is not from the news, this is not from Global Times, this is not from politicians, these are real people living in China and just telling me the actual how it really is, the good things and the bad things. And this is what news should be. It should be objective, saying everything. There's always two sides to the story. I will try to listen to both sides, and you can agree or disagree because you are individual and you have that freedom to do so, not to be quiet about it. But will the Communist Party in China, disperse, and will it be a democracy? I don't know. I can't see it in the near future. I think what will happen is that Xi will be president for maybe another 4 or 8 years. Then he's going to get a little bit old, and I don't think he'll be voted in because someone else will come in who's brighter, smarter, more efficient, more has a better camera appearance than Winnie the Pooh Bear Xi in that form. I am rabbiting on now, and I'm going to leave it there for today. God bless you all. Again, thank you very much.